again. It's a win-win-win.
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is the second race in season number 3 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We are here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Kidz Kolorz 500. One of my favorite races of the year because it is our first intermediate track of the season. And we always have fantastic racing here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and my good buddy Riley White. This is actually the fifth unofficial time that I've actually had this race. The first 2 times they are long gone from pre-Napa Fan days, but this is technically the third official Kidz Kolorz 500. It is one of those races where Kidz Kolorz will basically be the sponsor forever, and that will, that's something is. Boy, I just lost it. I can't believe it. I was going really good, and then I lost it. But anyway, in honor of Riley White, who's a great friend of mine, this race will remain the Kidz Kolorz 500 pretty much forever. So yeah. Anyway, let's get to the starting lineup, and all the guys who are full-time in the Mid-Daytona 500 are in this race, so it's good to see them get their first starts of the season. Anyway, Adam Brown starts on the pole in the number 42. Alongside him, it's Aaron Smith, Nick Pericles, Biff Crafton, Ryder Barnes, Dean Wickard, Dejan Weeks, who missed the Daytona 500, he's here today. Riley White, Michael James, Tyler Myers, he missed the Daytona 500, he's in this race. Matt Delio, he missed the Daytona 500, and he's back here. Caleb Hoffman in the 13, Nathan Ormond in the number 95, Nicholas Amadio in the number 48, Justine Terrace in the number 15, Abe Troxel in the number 35, Elijah Gordon in the number 5, Garrett Pick in the number 98, Garrett Zenor in the number 16, Zachary Fitzwater in the number 9, Cameron Garlington in the number 38, past champion Jesse Turner in the number 43, Jacob Reed in the 46, Eric Gulmanhart in the number 88, Max Neuwirth in the number 23, Tristan Allen in the 2, Christian Master in the 14, Tristan Walker in the 24, our Daytona 500 champion, Cody Hagan, Stuart Gratton, making his first start of the season, Cameron Gaju, Jared Holmes, Richard Schaffner, Raja Karuf, Annie Thomas making her first start of the season, Jack Morris, Austin Spencer, Trey Bartow, Gabriel Mauricio, Aaron Walpole, Kevin Gandara, and the winner of this race last season, Tyler Selsman. That takes a lot of breath out of me for some reason. Anyway, 50 laps of action. Pit stops are back, and it should be a fantastic race here today at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. The Kidz Kolorz 500, one of my favorite races of the year, as I said earlier, and we should have a very entertaining one for you guys here today at Atlanta. I could go down a little bit. And there we go. Okay, pace car has pulled off. Adam Brown and Aaron Smith. Jeez. We are ready to go green here at Atlanta in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Adam Brown with Nick Pericles right behind him. And during the early part of this race, we're going to see this pack racing where they change positions for the lead very frequently, but after the first set of pit stops, it usually kind of spreads out, and we usually have a race between about, I say, 7 or 8 cars for the win. Nick Pericles looks like he's going to get a run on the outside, and I think he's going to lead the first lap. Dean Wickard there on the inside, and Dejan Weeks, who missed the Daytona 500, trying to get some redemption here today, and he is leading right now at Atlanta. And we usually see a pretty big crash here every single season. So these guys better be careful. Matt Dalio in the 17 right behind Dejan Weeks. Dalio missed the 500. Here comes a past Daytona 500 champion, Nicholas Amadio in the 48. Trying to move his way underneath of Dejan Weeks, who led that lap. Dejan Weeks missed the Daytona 500, but he has officially led a lap in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Nicholas Amadio in the 48. In the middle, Justine Terrace now. She's trying to become the first woman ever, if I'm not mistaken, to lead a lap in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And she is going to do it right there. So congratulations, Justine Terrace, the first woman ever to lead in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Here comes Fitzwater. Here comes Jacob Reed in the 46. And this racing is insane. We don't get this type of racing anywhere else in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We don't get it at Texas. We don't get it at Charlotte. But we get this 3-wide, massive pack racing here at Atlanta. About as many passes for the lead as you can count. Aaron Smith barely led that lap. Here comes his teammate Max Newworth in the 23. Guy who missed the Daytona 500. Stuart Gratton on this inside line moving his way up. I do apologize if a little slow frame rate coming out at turn number 2 for some reason. Could just be my eyes, I don't know. Stuart Gratton in the number 55 after missing the Daytona 500 will lead a lap in the Kidz Kolorz 500. Gaju in the 51. Nathan Ormond, part-time driver, with help from fellow part-time driver Richard Schaffner on the inside line. Inside of Stuart Gratton for the lead. Here comes Trey Bartow in the 4, Tristan Allen in the 2, and Tristan Walker in the 24. Nathan Ormond in the 95. One of the 7 part-time drivers that made the Daytona 500. He's going to lead a lap here at Atlanta, or is he? He did. Barely over Richard Schaffner. Trey Bartow in the 4 underneath of Schaffner and Ormond. He's got help from Tristan Allen. Well, I'm not sure if it's really help. It's just Tristan Allen wanting to get out front. Number 2 at Tristan Allen takes the lead from Trey Bartow. Tristan Walker underneath of Tristan Allen. Caleb Hoffman in the 13 underneath of the 24 and the 2. Aaron Walpole in the 3. Matt Dallio and Jared Holmes on this inside line. Aaron Walpole now underneath of Caleb Hoffman for the lead. Matt Dallio in the 17 underneath of Walpole. Past champion Jesse Turner in the 43 on this inside line. Daytona 500 champion Cody Hagan on the inside line. Matt Dallio right now leading in the 17. And this is just a ticking time bomb right here. This really big pack racing. If we go 4 wide, coming at a turn number 2 especially, whammo. Past 2 seasons in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, we have seen that in this race, and it is not good when it happens. Jesse Turner out front, the past champion in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, the past Daytona 500 champion, Cody Hagan. Well, not really past Daytona 500 champion, he's the current Daytona 500 champion. Jack Morris in the 7 underneath of Hagan. And now Gabriel Mauricio back in the series here this season. He missed season number 2 after racing full-time in season 1. But he's back driving the number 41 this season, trying to get a win for that team. Stuart Haas actually opened the season off with a win in that number 10 with Cody Hagan. And I think Stuart Haas definitely has a lot of momentum riding into this race because of that Daytona 500 win. Now Biff Crafton, who finished in last place in the Daytona 500, is going to lead a lap. Kevin Andara and Austin Spencer. Austin Spencer is winless in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and he has raced in all 3 seasons of the series. That is the same with Cody Hagan until he won the Daytona 500. This was his 3rd season. This is his 3rd season, but he had not won a race since he won that Daytona 500 yesterday. How about Annie Thomas in the 18? She missed a Daytona 500, but she wants to get up here and get a piece of this lead. But she's going to have to deal with Garrett Pick on the inside, and I mean, we're coming a lot closer to going 4 wide now. That inside line is moving their way up. And when they move their way up, that opens the door for someone to peek underneath of somebody on that inside line. And when we go 4 wide, it doesn't work. Austin Spencer doing a good job in this 22, staying out front. And how about the past winner of the Kidz Kolorz 500, Tyler Selsman? He knows how to win here at Atlanta. He's done it before. Justine Terrace right behind him, Aaron Smith in the 83, and Garrett Zinor in the 16 on this inside line. You know, I think soon enough here we might be seeing pit stops. We might be able to go until we start the pit stops under green. That's a good thing. Now, Austin Spencer, he's definitely doing a good thing here. Staying out front is the first time we've actually seen somebody stay up front for the lead in this race. And Austin Spencer definitely ready to win a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race finally. He's won here in Atlanta before in the Crown Royal Series, but he's never won a Cup Series race. Here comes Garrett Sonora in the 16. He's got a good run here. Eric Almenhart in the 88, Crown Royal Series champion. I expect him to do some things this season in that number 88. We have Max Newirth, past Rookie of the Year. He's definitely a good contender. Austin Spencer has led the past few laps here in the Kidz Kolorz 500 at Atlanta. He's definitely doing a great job in that number 22. But I think it's finally going to end for him. Here comes Garrett Sonora underneath of the 22 for the lead. And I'm just shocked that we have been able to go as far as we have without crashing. Looks like there may be some guys coming in, and the pit stops are starting here. Yeah, I'm doing this the wrong way. Yeah, I know. Max Newer, Jacob Reed, Justine Terrace, Dejan Weeks, Aaron Walpole, Trey Bartow. And Spencer's able to stay out front. Garrett Sonora was not able to take the lead. Here comes Dean Wickard in the 34. Trying to do something. It looks like these guys are going to come in and make their stops. Green flag pit stops happening here. 19 of Kevin Gandara will stay on the racetrack. But look at how much his speed diminishes when he's not racing with the pack. That pack generates a lot of speed. Jesse Turner, past champion, Season 2 champion, staying out on the racetrack. The rest of the guys are on the pit road. Max Neuerf, the first off of the first set of cars that came in. Here comes Gandara and Turner. And you see the pit road is a very busy place right now. And sometimes we can see some incidents coming out of the pit road. We've seen it before here at Atlanta. Lots of times it happens when they're going double wide on the apron, which is quite interesting. We'll follow with Abe Troxel and Eric Almenhart. They're going double wide, and they're coming close to bumping off each other there. And there goes Sonora around. There it is. Aaron Walpole, Justine Terrace, and it's going to collect a lot more than that. Jacob Reed, Riley White, upside down is, I think, Tyler Myers. And the track is clogged up on the apron. A lot of these guys coming out of the pit road are having to stop on the racetrack. And that was a very, very bad crash. I just said that, like, coming off of the pit road and all that, they usually make mistakes. They just made big mistakes right there. Garrett Sonora went around. We'll follow here and see how this all happened. Garrett Pick and Tyler Myers both went upside down. This is what happened. These are two very experienced drivers getting involved in this one. Garrett Sonora and Raja Caruth. And they just clip into Aaron Walpole and Justine Terrace. And those two guys were completely innocent victims of that crash. See Riley White there. And Tyler Myers went upside down. So did Garrett Pick. And they're just arc-braking into that little pack there. Now, a lot of these guys actually stopped, which is very, very odd when you think about it. Because usually, when we crash here at Atlanta, we have everybody pile in. But we will kind of follow here and see what happens to some other guys, like Jacob Reed. I don't know how. Yeah, here's Jacob Reed. And it happened again. I think it happened again. You see Riley White and Elijah Gordon here. Oh, yeah, okay. They were not involved. They were not spun around. But here's Jacob Reed. He was the fifth car involved in this thing. And he flies right into Raja Caruth in the 40. And Riley White, he got spun around. Tyler Myers, Christian Master, Dalio Garlington. Looks like Aaron Smith. Nathan Orman completely smacked right in the Garrett Pick there. But a lot of those guys stopped. A lot of those guys you see there in the picture right now, they stopped. They don't have much damage. I think Marcio has some damage to his car in that 41. Yeah, he did run in to the little pack here. Yeah, he ran into the rear of Fitzwater. And I don't know what Nathan Orman was thinking here, but he ran right into Garrett Pick. You know, Pick had stopped, and he was good. He'd stopped, he was, he had a little bit of a tap there, but right there, hard hit from Nathan Ormond. Let's see here. Aaron Walpole all torn up, and this one was like a complete surprise to Aaron Walpole and Justine Terrace. They both had completed their pit stops. They're out running on the track. Everything is completely normal. They're going double wide, but then those guys just come up the racetrack and right into them. And then it's just on from there. Riley White smacked right into Aaron Walpole. Jacob Reed, and you see Tyler Myers here as well, and all those guys involved. I'm not entirely sure who's going to have the lead, but I think it's going to be either Jesse Turner or I think it might be Kevin Gandara. I think it might be Gandara in the 19. Let's see, where can we get to him? Yep, I think Kevin Gandara is going to be the leader. And that is what staying out can do for you at Atlanta. And they're getting together down the backstretch there. And you see Garrett Sonor all torn up. And then number 16, after he and Raja Karuf went up the racetrack when they were coming out of the pit road, right into Aaron Walpole and Justine Terrace. And that was a huge, major incident. But this is going to greatly benefit the number 19 of Kevin Gandara. And that is what staying out can do. As I said earlier, Gandara is now the leader here at Atlanta in the Kidz Kolorz 500. We're still going to have at least one more pit stop in this race. We actually might have two more. This is a 500-mile race, shortened to 15% as always. So we'll see what the 19 does. But it actually looks like he might have a problem on that car because he's on the apron really low. And he might be heading to the pits once again. So that, if that is the case, actually it looks like a lot of these guys are going to come in and top off on fuel, which is quite interesting. We usually don't see something like that happen where the guys, they're done through their cycle of pit stops and then they come in. Very interesting strategy from Adam Brown and Jesse Turner. Turner staying out in the 43 to inherit the lead, and Adam Brown's going to get second place, our pole sitter. I think our pole sitter. I had to redo this like 3 times because the first time I had a couple of guys in all caps, forgot to change them. I had to go back and change that. Second time, the graphics were all messed up, and I had to go and fix that. So yeah, I think Adam Brown is the pole sitter for this race. I'm not sure if the damage he has on his car is real or a glitch. See a lot of guys in front of our leader, Jesse Turner, have a lot of damage, and this is good for Turner. Coming off of that championship in Season 2 that he had. He's right now leading. Austin Spencer wins the race off of the pit road, followed by Stuart Gratton, Abe Truxell, Trey Bartow, Max Neuwirth, Tyler Selzman, who won this race last season, Eric Ulmenhart, Zachary Fitzwater, Dean Wickard, and Andy Thomas, followed by Biff Grafton, and we'll get to the rest. So yeah, enough of that. Let's get to the restart here in the Kidz Kolorz 500. We are back here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Kidz Kolorz 500. Jesse Turner out front, Adam Brown, Austin Spencer, Stuart Gratton, and Abe Troxel top 5. Jesse Turner and Adam Brown stayed out. Lap cars or on the tail end of the lead lap cars. Nick Pericles, Ryder Barnes, and Jared Holmes are all on the tail end. Caleb Hoffman is a lap down. Let's get this one restarted here at about halfway here in the Kidz Kolorz 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I think this whole restart thing is going to go to the advantage of the guys who came in the pit. Because I'm not sure if the guys who came in the pit took tires or not, but if they did, they definitely have the advantage on Jesse Turner and Adam Brown. Adam Brown going to the lead in the number 42. He's taking it from Jesse Turner in the 43, and Turner falling back on the outside. Now, all these tail-end lap cars here, guys that are not on the lead lap, basically, they are really in the way. These guys better be careful. Austin Spencer trying to get underneath of Adam Brown. Brown wanted the block, but he couldn't do it. And there goes Spencer for the lead underneath of Adam Brown. And there goes Stuart Gratton. Oh, no. And they almost crashed. But they didn't. But they might, because look at this pack here. And we saw this happen in Season 1 in Atlanta. I forget who it was. I think it was Mason Powers in the middle of the pack, had an engine problem. And it was a huge crash. And that one was a very close call. And that is great driving by Stuart Graham. He's definitely a very good driver. Just gets caught up in other people's business way, way too often. Austin Spencer is out front, and I don't think we crashed, but that definitely split the pack up. And we have this monstrosity back here now. And they're racing like crazy, but we'll follow for the lead. And right now, Adam Brown underneath of Austin Spencer for first place. Spencer trying to get the run on the outside, just can't do it. Nick Pericles on the tail end of the lead lap. He was actually kind of hoping that Stuart Gratton caused the crash there so the caution would come out so he can get back on the lead lap. He's actually still on the lead lap right now, but he's on the verge of getting one lap down. I know a lot of these guys want to get by him here, but they also want the lead, and Austin Spencer going underneath of Adam Brown once again for first place. Hoffman here, he's a lap down, but he's running right with these guys. So is Jared Holmes and Ryder Barnes, as I just realized only 3 of the guys in this pack are actually battling for the lead. That's Austin Spencer, Adam Brown, and Jesse Turner. Then we have Max Neuwirth here in the number 23, Rookie of the Year for season number 2 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, running 4th. Tyler Selsman, who won this race last season, running in 5th. Michael James, Zachary Fitzwater, Aaron Smith, Biff Crafton, and then yada. So yeah. But it's a good battle for the lead, and Austin Spencer has put those 2 lapped cars in between him and the number 43 of Jesse Turner. So a good job by Spencer making sure that they get in between him and Turner. But Turner's going to get by Hoffman here. And Jesse Turner, who started this restart in first place, is going to move his way up to second place. Austin Spencer is trying to get his first career Chick-fil-A Cup Series win, though. And I know he definitely wants it here today. Of course, if you win, you're in the chase. And Jesse Turner wants to get right back in the chase and race for another championship. We definitely know that this number 43 is very capable of winning races. He only won one race last year, though. That was at Dover. But he was very consistent throughout the chase, and that's what got him the championship last season. Winning races is not, the most important thing here in the Cup Series. It actually is consistency, especially when you get to the chase, because a lot of times when we get to the chase drivers don't really win races. Austin Spencer in the 22. But a good gap between him, and now second place is Max Neuwirth in the 23, moving his way up really fast in that car. Other 2 guys on the lead lap are Jesse Turner and Adam Brown. They're racing right with these leaders and racing on the lead lap for position between Max Neuwirth and Austin Spencer. But we saw before that big crash how Spencer was able to stay out front. So I think the advantage is going to Austin Spencer right now in this number 22. He can definitely stay out front in that number 22. But we got guys like Max Neuwirth and Adam Brown here. I say the biggest dark horse here is probably Adam Brown, because he's the rookie of the bunch here, and he's actually going to go for the lead now in this number 42. This is only his second career Chick-fil-A Cup Series race. The rest of the guys have been in at least all 3 seasons, or 2 seasons for Max Neuwirth, actually. But Austin Spencer, let's put it this way, the 3 guys he's racing with for the lead have a combined experience of 8 seasons. So yeah, a lot of experience up front. And I don't think the rookies are going to be as successful this season as they were in season number 2. Just because we don't have as many rookies this season. And I kind of think those veterans definitely have something. They have experience over the rookies. They have more experience over the rookies now than they did in season 2. But either way, Adam Brown is out front in the number 42 right now. But Austin Spencer just got to this inside line, and actually he's going to come in and make his pit stop now. So will this actually be an advantage for Austin Spencer, or will it hurt him? We got Max Neuwirth, Jesse Turner, and Adam Brown staying out on the racetrack. Adam Brown leads another lap here, and we only have 14 laps to go here in the Kidz Kolorz 500. This race is flying by. Got all these lap cars here. That crash really put a lot. I mean, the fact that when the crash happened, it happened during pit stops, and it looks like Jesse Turner is going to come in now, but Adam Brown and Max Neuwirth stay out. Got a great battle here with Aaron Smith, Dean Wickard, Eric Almenhart, Tristan Walker, Daytona 500 champ Cody Hagan, and Annie Thomas. Good to see her get a good finish here after missing the Daytona 500. Adam Brown, I don't think he's going to come in this time because he's stuck on the outside. No, I'm wrong. He's coming in, and so is Max Newer. So we'll see. We'll follow with the number 22 of Austin Spencer and see where he is in relation to the leaders as the leaders come out off the pit road. But will that extra lap? Well, will coming in early for Austin Spencer help him here? That's a good question. We'll see. Doesn't really have anybody running with him right now, so he doesn't have a draft. So that's not entirely a good thing for that number 22. Jesse Turner, he is actually going to get ahead of Austin Spencer here. But I think Spencer's probably going to be able to close in. You see Spencer, he has a lot more speed than Jesse Turner right now. And those two guys have been racing here in this series since Season 1. Both veterans. But Jesse Turner has the edge because he has the championship. And it looks to me like Adam Brown is going to pop out front of Jesse Turner here in that number 42. So a good run for Adam Brown, the rookie. But this number 43 is coming fast, and I think Spencer has something in the bag too. Oh yeah, Turner really coming fast. Past champion. Trying to get, I'm pretty sure, I know he won a race in season number 1 of the Cup Series. He was a Final Four driver then, so he had to have won a race. I'm trying to think. I think he's a 3-time winner as of now, but he's trying to make it 4. And where did he come from? Dean Wickard in the 34 now in this mix. And I'm pretty sure he's in this mix. We'll see. And he is 5th at the moment. There are still guys who've yet to make a pit stop, or are coming off the track right now, and they're going to merge right with these leaders. Annie Thomas in the 18. I don't think Tristan Walker's going to merge quite yet now. He's a little far behind. But Annie Thomas, I think she's got a shot at this win. But because she's kind of slow, she just came off of the racetrack, she kind of split that pack up a little bit, and Jesse Turner has pulled away from the rest of the guys here. And it is now 9 laps to go at Atlanta. I know these guys are going to close right up to Austin Spencer or Jesse Turner again. I keep on getting them mixed up. Don't ask me why. I keep on getting Jesse Turner and Austin Spencer mixed up. I don't know why. I just don't know. These guys are closing in here. Dean Wickard, I mean, he came out of nowhere, and so did Annie Thomas in the 18. Will these guys close up to Jesse Turner in time? I definitely think they will. They're running single file. You got Jared Holmes in here. He's a lap down. So is the 31 of Nick Pericles, and so is Caleb Hoffman in the 13. And Spencer, he's trying to win his first career Chick-fil-A Cup Series race. It has taken him long enough. We already have had one of those guys who's been in the series in Season 1 who has been winless get a win this season. That was Cody Hagan yesterday in the Daytona 500. We might have another one here today with Austin Spencer in the number 22. Adam Brown is here as well. Dean Wickard and Annie Thomas not too far behind. Here comes Spencer for the lead underneath of the 43. Can't quite do it yet. Jesse Turner, the Season 2 champion, trying to ride that momentum here at Atlanta and get back into the chase. And we have a caution. And it looks like, I'm not sure. I really don't know. And we have a caution. Went Larry McReynolds there. And this is interesting because this is going to be like a one-lap dash to the finish now. Well, this is what happened. Jack Morris, who is a... Oh, my goodness gracious, Riley White. Riley White was slow. He tried to come up and block Trey Bartow, and they went around. Gaju went around. Bartow, Smith got a piece of it. And Jack Morris pointed the other direction in that number 7. That was a freak accident right there. That is something we usually don't see at Atlanta. We saw a backstretch crash at Daytona, and now we see a I don't know, a non-pit road or a non-4-wide crash here at Atlanta. And Riley White, that's a mistake by the veteran Riley White, and that is not likely of him. But he just tried to block Bartow, and Bartow was there. A lot of cars torn up in that one. Nowhere near as big as that first crash, but still, that could have easily been avoided. Now this changes everything, because as far as I know, lap 45 of 50, we will have at least one lap to go. Oh, excuse me, I tell you. We will have at least one lap to go here before we finish this one out. And there will be no lap cars on the inside of these guys. So guys like Jared Holmes and Caleb Hoffman, they're going to go to the back of the field now. But there's definitely not enough time for Jesse Turner for this thing to stay under caution. Actually, wait. There's too much time for this thing to stay under caution. Jeez, I tell you I'm stupid. But anyway, as long as, we've seen this happen before in the Crown Royal Series. Remember back when in the Crown Royal Series race here last season, where Dana Mon was leading. Austin Spencer was in second in that race. And it was a one-lap dash. Spencer went right underneath him, took the lead, and took the win right from him in that race. And I'm wondering, I think this is going to be a very similar situation for Austin Spencer. He's been in this place before in a race, and I think he can get past Turner here if he chooses to. But you don't want to rule out guys like Adam Brown, Dean Wickard, or Annie Thomas. And I think he's too far behind. I'm not sure, though, if these lap cars are actually going to stay in with the lead lap cars, but we will find out when we get to the restart here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Kidz Kolorz 500. Who's going to win the second race of the season in season number 3? We are back here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and it's going to be 2 laps to go. So this is a good opportunity for guys like Adam Brown and Dean Wickard back here, and so same for Annie Thomas. But we still have all of these lap cars running right with these lead lap cars. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they play a factor into this thing. But here we go. 2 laps to go on the Kidz Kolorz 500. Who's going to win the second race of the season and lock themselves into the chase for Season 3? We'll find out in just 2 laps. Turner leads them to the green flag. And Spencer kind of knows here that this is not the last lap, so he can kind of stay right behind Turner, and he can strike later on. Single file throughout the first few cars. There goes Spencer with help from Jared Holmes, but Jared Holmes is going to try to make it 3 wide here and get back on the lead lap, even though it doesn't mean anything, and that's going to open a hole for the number 42 of Adam Brown. Adam Brown going to go 3 wide for the lead. Dean Wickard back here as well in the 34. So is Annie Thomas. I think Spencer led it at the line, but Adam Brown is going to take it on the final lap of action. But will Dean Wickard strike in the 34? Austin Spencer and Jesse Turner have fallen back. Adam Brown in the number 42. I tell you, I can't get these names straight. Adam Brown in the number 42. Here comes Wickard, though, in the 34. Will it be enough? No, it won't. Adam Brown wins the Kidz Kolorz 500 here at Atlanta. He did it in that number, 42. And all thanks to Jared Holmes, who made it 3 wide there and opened the hole for Adam Brown to get past Austin Spencer and Jesse Turner. Adam Brown will be in the chase for season number 3 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, the Aero Electric Pro Series champion. Definitely showing his strength here in the Cup Series. And he is your winner of the Kidz Kolorz 500. So good race there at the end with Adam Brown winning. Dean Wickard and Annie Thomas second and third. And Tristan Walker in the number 24 finished 4th. Jesse Turner rounds out the top 5. Austin Spencer, who led at the white flag, finished 8th. How in the world did that happen? Max Newworth, Cody Hagan 6th and 7th. Cody Hagan with another strong finish after winning the Daytona 500. Eric Almenhard in 9th and Zachary Fitzwater in 10th. Take a look at the rest of the results right here. A lot of guys, only 29 guys finished on the lead lap in this, or 19 guys finished on the lead lap, and only 25 guys were on the racetrack at the end of this one. A lot of guys got knocked out in that big crash earlier in the race. Now take a look at the rest of the results right there. Not too good finishes for those guys here today at Atlanta. But anyway, Adam Brown, the first rookie winner of the season here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and he is your winner of the Kidz Kolorz 500. On Monday, you guys will see the Braille Battery 400 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and the first time we're going to be visiting that track, but I think it's going to be a very fun event to watch, and you guys should really enjoy it on Monday. So thank you guys very much for watching. Here are the points for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Congratulations to Adam Brown on his win, and I will see you guys later.
Start the party now, go on, put your hands up. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your party on. Come on, come on, come on, and go on, put your hands up. Or did you get left behind? Because if you did, we're gonna press rewind. I have a feeling we should be dealing with the facts, what's dripping from the ceiling. In fact, step 3 is so whack. Psych! Now flip the track back.